Welcome, everybody. My name's Tammy, and we're going to show everybody exactly how to launch your Get Fearless Freedom business here tonight. I've used sales funnels for probably over 14 years now. At first, the first couple years, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a mentor or anyone show me over-the-shoulder training. I did finally figure it out, as you can tell. And so since I've learned that skill of how to send people to a simple capture page, I've been able to rank up 5 and 6 times to different leaderboards. Okay? It's that simple. Honestly, a lot of times people make this complicated, but it's not. And my son's going to show you what's involved in each level. Okay. So if you're having trouble getting on and off, you might want to do what Rob says and check your browser setting because there's people that I see coming on and off. So if you just jump off and then update your browser, you're going to be able to fix that problem. So let me go live on my Facebook. We got a lot of fun, exciting things happening. So let's just do that. I've already been live one time today on my Facebook while everybody else is out working. I've been full-time self-employed for 37 years. I have not had a job or a boss. I can't remember what that's like, and I continue to do so. So let's just make sure that we do that. We're going to launch right now tonight. 1 second here. Is it going to ask me for a description? No, I don't think so. So again, I'm just going to talk a little bit and then my son's going to show everybody the income streams that we have. I'm going to be doing a half an hour on Get Fearless Freedom and then a half an hour on our health and wellness business tonight, because I think it's really, really important. So we're doing kind of a combo tonight. And the reason why is because it's actually kind of an epidemic. When I'm talking to people, they will tell me they don't have energy or they don't feel well or there's someone's in the hospital or someone that they know is not feeling well. So that's the reason why Rob and I are integrating that into our Get Fearless Freedom movement. Okay. So again, we're going to show people tonight how you can get started and with a simple sales funnel. Okay. Does anyone know what a sales funnel is on here? Anyone take a guess at it? Stab at what is a sales funnel? I give out prizes, by the way, if you ever want to volunteer. What is a sales funnel? What does it do for your life? It makes it a lot easier. It gives you that time freedom that everybody's searching for. So when you launch Get Fearless Freedom, you're going to have a back office where you can create unlimited capture pages and unlimited sales funnels. It's serious. I mean, that's what I love about it. And when I launched this in 2023, when I relaunched it, we put more levels in it. We actually only started out with 200. So we had a base level of commissions where people could, resell it, and $200 and $300. That was it. And then in 2023, I launched it with a $500 platform, which has a Craigslist auto reply software that you can use for any opportunity. So you can put classified ads out there, So some people don't like social media. And that's one of the reasons why I created Get Fearless Freedom, is so that you don't have to, if you don't want to, you don't have to be live on Facebook. It took me many, many years to know what to say and what to do and all sorts of different things, but I was willing to learn. That's the difference. And I said to myself, I just don't want to go back to a job. I don't want to learn something new. I might as well sit at home, make money from my phone, make money from my computer, and that's it. So I've taught thousands of people how to make money online, and it's a real simple process. And you never know. You're one sales funnel away from changing your zip code, honestly. And I remember that saying, and I was like, you know what? This is really cool. I really love it. And so you don't have to bug your family and friends. You don't even have to use Messenger if you don't want. Okay. So I'm going to show everybody. Rob's going to go through the presentation. He's got some new cool glasses tonight. I like them. And he's going to show everybody the 4 levels that we have. And then we're going to end this recording. We're going to do another recording for the other second half. So is everybody ready? Hope everybody's good. Yes, lead generation purposes. Okay, so I'm going to have Rob talk, and then I'm going to get some stuff ready in the background, which once he's done, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show everybody the live campaigns that I have going all the time, 24/7, whether I'm here or whether I'm with Charlotte or, taking care of my amazing, beautiful pretty soon 6 month old baby. Isn't that crazy? She's almost 6 months old, my granddaughter. So, Rob, if you want to take it away, are you sipping on your amazing coffee tonight? He's a coffee lover like me. He loves coffee. So we're gonna start and we're gonna, if you guys want to tag anybody to this, I'm live on my Facebook account right now. And you can like I said, get back to the person that invited you here.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to have everyone on a Monday. It is going into one of the busiest times to be alive. We have a lot of things going on in communities that we're in, and you guys are going to see something really cool. I say grab a hold because the people in this life, the biggest, greatest and the most achieving people in this life are action takers. Can we all agree with that, right? We all take action. When you do it, you feel good and you also get results out of that. So just like a clamp, like, hey, action, the show starts. That's what we're at. So what we're dealing with nowadays is a world of grasshoppers, right? So the opportunities are always hopping around you, right? That's what's happening. It's always here, it's there, and it's always happening around you. But you want to grab a hold at least of one of those grasshoppers and catch it, right? Put it in a jar like a firefly. And you want to get back to the person that invited you. And so this opportunity is the firefly in your jar. Very, very cool. And we have a very awesome Zoom for you guys tonight. So if you're watching this as a replay, you're watching this live, you're watching this as you just got tagged in, or you're wondering what Get Fearless movement is all about, this is us. We had our humble roots and beginning with over 14 plus years. My mom has actually been in this industry. We created a system around it with her knowledge, and we also implemented some of the greatest tactics and secrets actually in marketing. So, a lot of you guys may be jumping right off of a 9 to 5 job, right? You're getting out of your 9 to 5 job. You're tired of that, you're trying to figure out how can I take action? Because mind you, we all take action, right? Every one of us do. You wouldn't be on the Zoom, right? But where are we putting that effort into the world, right? And the world, if you turned on the news, it looks like this. 24/7, that's what we think's going on. Here, I'm trying to tell you is we're not going to be in fear mode. We're fearless, right? And so we actually came up with a solution that actually helps people in all categories online, which is really cool. So we are bringing, I call it the peace to the world, which we do need more of, right? So we need more love, we need more attention, more peace, and we need to really be compassionate to people around us. And that's the legacy that we need to build. We need to understand that, you also are your own vessel, right? You're your own person. You are responsible for those actions, right? No one else is going to push you in a business, right? Even in this business, no one's going to do it for you. And so what we said is, how can we really make a business though easy for someone? How can we make it happen? Right? And so the choice is yours, right? So what I say to myself is we are we are people of what we talk about, right? I'm amazed every time. It was just today. I actually was thinking of a Mazda vehicle. Okay, I don't know. I don't like Mazda, but I was thinking of it. And guess what? I started seeing Mazda vehicles everywhere on the road. And then I started switching up my mind and I said, I'm going to think of a Porsche. And guess what? Kid you not, there's a couple parked in the parking lot. So the thing is we are masters of our own mindset. And if you're in a rut and you're like, I'm just going to continue the way I'm going to continue, it will always be that way, right? No matter what business you get in, it will always be that way. So that's why mom and I created this business in a box where it is like unlike any other company out there. We actually really we've taken the time to say, you know what, enough is enough. We don't want to be a part of the traffic. Now, mind you, I don't mind traffic. Fun fact, I actually love driving. I could be an Uber driver. I'm that good. And so I joke like that. I literally, you guys, if you ever were in my driver's, or I was a driver, and you would be amazed. I've driven all around the country, Las Vegas, LA, to across the country, down to Florida, everywhere and back. And I will tell you, I do like driving, but I don't like driving to a job, right? I don't like driving to a job, and I have not done that actually since 2017. So you're going to ride the roller coaster with me tonight, young 30-year-old over here. And I really have a passion because I took my mom's knowledge and I also took my own knowledge into this world. And I said, how can we actually be earners that we're worthy of? How can we actually be worthy of making money online? So, mom, dad, and I, we said in 2019, and this is a recent photo, but in 2019, I said, mom, we got to create a system that can actually write checks, make it happen for people. Now, mind you, obviously, you got to plug into it and do the work, but it's automated. It's amazing when you see the system. And so we brought back the Canadian, the American, the worldwide dream. All right. We brought that back because there actually still is the dream. However, I erased that bottom part because the dream is just a dream. When someone says it's a goal and a promise, that's differently. And so I say you got to write yourself a promise to yourself tonight, a promise. The blank, whatever country you're in or watching this from, promise to yourself that you are going to get off the fence. Whether you're currently in this system or you're looking at this system, you have to get off the fence. It's not getting any slow. It's not getting slower, right? Where the time clock is not stopping. It is not stopping. So that's what I saw in this entire industry. That's what I saw. And so when I actually joined this entire business, it was 2017 is when I became an entrepreneur online. And so when I actually joined I call it the ropes of the family business, I actually waited one whole year. And that was actually my desire, right? That was my desire. I actually looked around. I lived off of savings. And I said, Mom, I finally came to my mom, this is not a good thing to run to, but my mom actually is an incredible expert lead generation guru. And she knows how to make money online and make people actually be able to have that. So with that, you know what? That's what we said. And mom said, Man, Robert, I created you for something better. You have this. And so I took a hold of this and I started actually implementing this. So what we created here, and that was just enough little background of what we did. We created this really cool done for you business in a box. So you're going to want to keep till the end. This is one Zoom where if you jump off, you're going to be like, why did I jump off? Why? Because it really is going to be incredible. And that's not words, that's actually what we do. We have incredible bonuses, incredible information that will actually truly change your pendulum, right? Tonight, we're changing, remember, off the fence, right? We are changing that. And so with our system, we actually knew you guys were here for a reason. And so it's really cool. What is it? Well, we actually broke it down to a quick flash of a card right here of what we do. We actually advertise a simple system, but with that system, you're going to ask yourself, well, what happens if I don't advertise it? What happens if I do advertise it? And things like that. And that's what we're going to cover, and really how cool this has been recession proof. We are actually the kryptonite to your kryptonite. So, your kryptonite is your mindset. You may think, hey, I'm not worthy of that money. I'm not worthy of that money tree. Well, guys, you are going to become free tonight and actually know you're worthy of that. And so we took care of the easy stuff, right? The hard stuff, the in-between stuff. We took care of the time, the techie, the traffic, and the training all on that easy mode. And it's actually a plug and play system, which is really cool. We actually have done for you campaigns that actually can, which you're going to learn about, but this is actually all being easy in a box done for you with some top secret stuff thrown in. Does that sound good for you guys tonight? Drop a number 7 in the comments if you do like the sounds of that. So, we created something pretty cool. little coffee break for you. Little coffee break. I do love my coffee. I actually cut out every single thing in my life except for coffee when it comes to like being a little naughty. I do love my coffee. So that's one thing I will not give up. That's my little joke. But okay, so we have this system that are is becoming free, right? We have this freedom want, this desire, right? And so digital marketing systems has actually done that for Mom and I, which is really cool, right? That's something that we actually designed where we said, look, if someone can post ads online and they actually can have us actually take and put the burden on the camel's back. That's what I call it, right? We're the donkeys, guys. We're the camels of the desert because if we have you guys just putting some effort in advertising and actually putting the word out, guess what we do? We close your sales. You don't talk to no one. No one. Isn't that incredible? Put some number eights in the comments because sevens and eights numbers, guys, actually matter. By the way, vibrationally, numbers matter. That's why when you see sixes, that's not good, but sevens and eights and nines and 11s and 444s and all that, that matters a lot. Numbers are vibrationally a really good thing. So that is what we do. We say, you know what? Money, dollar signs are also numbers, right? So let's actually do that. Let's have some effort, right? If I knew that a seven-figure earner online, a plus seven-figure plus earner, actually closed my sales and all I had to do is put some effort of what I typically would have done in a job, count me in. Amen, right? That is what I said to myself. And so we created this really cool right here, business in a box. You never actually have to ship a thing. Everything is all digitally built in, and you're going to see this is different than most digital systems out there. This is actually built on a actual model. We love this model right here. This is a fun one. But really, it comes down to we are the picks and tools and the shovels of 2025. Now you're asking, what does that mean, and what's that situation, or since what's that matter? You know, what is that really gonna matter, Robert? What does that matter? Well, guess what? Back in the gold rush in California, they made a lot of money with the blue jeans, the tents, and the shovels. And I'm sure a lot of you ladies will agree with me, but I'm sure, please comment. I love comments. I love it. But have you ever heard your husband, your boyfriend, or significant other say, I'm going to do that. Don't worry. I'm going to get the gold. I'm going to make the money. And guess what happens? They don't do it. They sit around, they look around and say, honey, it's just going to be another day. That is what happened back then. But guess who was getting rich? We are in 2025 because we discovered the problem. We knew that marketers need systems and tools because that's what gives the freedom. That's your why tonight because we had the good news of creating that, right? We created the system already for you. So if you have been maybe in a week already in Get Fearless and you're on our second Zoom, or you're brand new to this, or maybe you've been in for a year, hopefully now the egg is starting to crack and you understand you are the tour guide, we are the closers. That is it. And so we created this comp plan where it has an instant payment system, and you guys are simply telling the good news. That's it. And we cover the rest. And so what we've done is we created this peer-to-peer system where you get paid without delay. It's incredible. We never take in the money. We never 1099 you. We don't do any of that because that's on you. That's your freedom. And so that's what's really cool is we created this beautiful system where everything is perfectly put in place and you have a self-serve business that you don't have to get bothered by. By the way, with a self-serve business, we built this where when you get a sale, we have it all in the back office because I want you guys to drop a number nine. Nines are great. If you actually would love to get paid, but never get bothered after you get paid, who likes that? Put some nines in the comments because I know you guys agree with me. Well, that's exactly what we did, and that's what it is based on. And that's even including joining Mom and I. right? So we built the system where it is not a follow-up daily talk. It's where you don't get bothered. It's a self-serve, beautiful business that you guys can have on automation too. So Mom and I, we are masters of the online creating of money. That's what I call it, right? Because money is simply temporary. Money, people look at money like, ah, really? $1,000 I can get paid, 500. Do you know automatically, vibrationally, you block that? Just to let you know, the moment you talk that way, you're blocking that. The other day, I actually was driving. I love driving. You learn that, guys, right? You love that. You learn that. I love driving. Well, I was driving and, I had this blockage, and it was very minor, but I had a blockage. And guess what? I just let it be like this. I'm just driving, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get a $500 payment. And guess what happened? Boom! Mom said, "Hey, someone wants a laptop. We're gonna close this deal." It literally fell like organically and very easy. See, when you're tense about money and you're saying, I constantly need money, the word need actually creates a push away. That's what happens. And so that's why we created this system where if you allow the flow of the river, you see the river behind me, all right, they'll allow the flow of the easy one-click funnel and the way you're going to get paid and this done for you system that you plug in and you follow through, and you are able to have powerful tools like the unlimited campaign and capture page creators, the new changes that we've done, the leads direct to you that our company can actually get you, and just the ease of the system. Look how easy this is. One, two, three, you have a capture page just like this, and none of the really, really complicated, weird looking capture pages out there. We actually have high converting capture pages. And so that's the issue that I was just saying, is we have capture pages in the industry that look too confusing. They look too crazy. They have background images. They have guys in the background faded where it looks like an office managing job and hi, how are you? And all this stuff going on in the background. That is not what your audience needs. You guys need less confusion, right? Can we all agree that we live in a goldfish and a UPS society? It's so quick. Everyone has the most extreme levels of dopamine. Nothing can impress them. Well, when you dummy it down back to human level basics, where it's easy for someone to read what they're getting in an offer, that's where we have mastered this. So, Mom and I, we've really done such a great job in her expertise in this field and getting people through the capture page and where we provide, where are you guys comfortable in marketing, right? Everyone is unique and different. And so for me, I said, well, let's come up with four places that most commonly are actually really easy to market. And that's what we're going to give you guys tonight. Meta, YouTube, classified websites that you guys get on day one when you join, as well as the email and the click traffic marketing. And so we actually give you the ads. You get these ads right away in your welcome email when you join at any level. And these are really cool, fun ads. Like I'm talking really cool stuff. You guys get these ads. I mean, I have never seen personally ads that look like this. A Titanic? I mean, like who would have thought of that? Well, this guy right here, the brain up here, I was given a left and a right brain. I'm so blessed. I'm ambidextrous. I'm super grateful that I was given a critical and a creative brain. That's actually what I was so grateful for. So I actually take my knowledge, my mom's knowledge, and everyone, and I actually implement and create these images for you guys along with these four powerful levels that you guys can plug in at. So we created it at $200 right here. We have a email funnel builder with $1,000+ value. Incredible, incredible stuff. You can plug in, you can upgrade at any time to the top level. You also have the ability for this capture page system to literally create unlimited capture pages, campaigns, everything you need to actually get you the top ranking. And we actually rank and all the time rank on leaderboards that we actually are part of, Mom and I. So it's really cool. Even with the system, you just plug in what the system is, and it's all in the back office. So we also created another level. And so our actual system we knew people really, really wanted to make those commissions, right? So with the 500 and right at this level is where the callback begins as well. So the $500 level is where the callback hotline is available. We have the mastery level where you actually can get software like Mom was talking about and we've talked about in the past, where there's actually a Craigslist auto reply software that can work for these businesses that I'm about to mention, and it's really cool stuff. So you guys get the picture. We're reselling this system, but you understand you're finding a pain point with every single marketer. Marketers need these tools, right? I tell you what, it's one thing buying a person from a business, right? It is one thing. But it's another thing to actually say, hey, I can actually amplify your business. There's a whole difference. It's one thing they are maybe grateful for your business, but can just imagine if you were to walk in, I give example, In-N-Out Burger. I like that. Okay. I don't know if anyone on the West Coast knows what I'm talking about. It's one thing I have a downfall for. But if I were to walk in and say I can get you actually 1 million more people with the system, I'm pretty sure there could be an ability for them to say yes. I'm just giving a hypothetical. So that's what we do, guys. We actually have the tools that actually help people. So really cool. We do have extra side stuff that we add in where you can learn how to get assets and different vehicles like we've gotten, Dad and I. Really just such a cool system that we built. We have artwork that we flip within the system that we show and share where to go. And then we have the 1,000 level. Mom and I love this level because you know what? Mom and I really like to give out the wisdom. We want people to be warriors, duplicatable warriors. So with the 1,000 level, we teach you with the top secret masterminds. We had the mindset training, just like you saw, I've done a lot of, and mom has. And we also have the masterminds, right? Where you actually get on a one-on-one setting with this group, and actually be able to truly just say, all right, I'm going to be relaxed. I have my questions. I'm going to ask the fearless mom and fearless son, what is up, right? What is up in the industry? What do you guys recommend? That is what we do. We also have faceless video marketing, which is awesome too. A lot of you guys are shy, don't have your camera on. I like to joke and pick a little bit at that, a little bit. Like, here's a little fireplace, and I'm like picking at it a little bit. But I joke with you guys, but faceless marketing actually, yes, is powerful. But the ones that have their camera on, guess what? You're already a winner. You guys have already really actually gone out of your shell, actually. So, maybe you have backgrounds and your kiddos in the background, totally cool. But I'm saying generally, people that do get on camera, hey, big props to you if you can. If you can't, cool, totally fine. But this is what we did. We really created this system where it just makes sense, right? And with the $2,000 level, with the value that you're getting, you really are getting all the top tier stuff, the resources, the software, the guides, everything where you get my training, you get all the ability to resell this, make $2,000 over and over and over again. You have the training videos, you have automation and how we can get leads to you. It's just super cool. And the thing is mom likes to talk about this, but we do have a hybrid Zoom tonight, right? Like mom said, we're going to be talking about an additional thing that we got going on towards the end, and we will split that off, and you'll see that in a bit. But really, this is where it's at. This is the plug and play email and money system where you can, you're asking that question. That's the question in the head. It always is, can I do it? Well, guess what? I'm going to give you an offer so good that you're going to say, yes, I actually can do it. I actually can do it. That's what you're going to say to yourself because what we did is we wrapped up every single thing at the $2,000 level because you stayed on. We have an incredible deal here. It's a seven-figure earning business in a box with your action, right? With your action, you can actually take this tool to the heavens and beyond. You can actually have yourself a true business in a box. And no one else does this. That's the thing. You could get off the Zoom, you come back a month later. Where is the same stuff? Where is this? I want to get this again. You won't. You will not because no one else wants to do this. No one wants to actually do this and actually install the spark plugs. No one, right? And so people have the excuse of, I don't like techiness. I don't like this. And guess what? I may agree with you, but I will tell you that this system is super easy. But along with my help and combining the digital with the physical, we now have a business in a box. It's a fully loaded laptop at the $2,000 level. This is a bonus for a quick action moment for tonight. You guys have, and these are very limited, actually. In fact, so limited that we have a cutoff date. Mom is going to discuss this, and we are going to discuss this even future, even past the Monday Zoom, as we're talking closing deals. But this is where you get the ultimate setup. You have a $300+ value. Absolutely incredible. Like this value alone, what you're getting, what you actually get it loaded on to the laptop, and just everything right there. You have it all handled. You have the bridge pages made. You have the autoresponders connected. You have the capture pages right bottom right. Look at that right there. You get over 30+ capture pages loaded right into your system. You get a done for you email over guide which explains literally everything about the business fully and visually in front of you. So you always use that as a crutch. You'll be able to always go back on that guide and you'll be able to see the whole 30,000 viewpoint of the business. And I just want to congratulate Tammy on the Zoom here. She just got her laptop, actually. She just got that in the mail. And then Jill, she's going to be getting hers soon in the mail as well. So she did also take advantage of this business in a box. So two rock stars right there. Awesome job. Ladies, we have Catherine. She just did that. And actually, Catherine, I just have to give a shout out. Awesome job. She actually is now connecting in her other business to this as well. And she's using this powerful laptop, beautiful, very fast laptop, by the way, that she's now using this as a very good tool. So she actually has taken advantage of that very powerful laptop. Chris, that's the same laptop as you. That's the exact same one. So very cool stuff. We have, my good friend here, Terrence. He actually got in. I got that laptop too. So very cool. I'm meeting with him Friday, loading up everything. Such an amazing business. I just got Keith. Keith actually just got that laptop, and he got loaded up and everything. And just it's a beautiful, great elite club that we are all involved in. Amelia, great job, Amelia. She's going to get actually another one. She wants another laptop. So it's kind of cool. Like she knows how to automate this stuff and she wants these tools. So that's what we do. That's really what we do is we help you guys, we build you guys, and you guys are out there now, the antlers I call it, right? You guys are out there telling the good word and really getting these into hands that people really need. People really do need help in this world. People really do, right? And so that's why our testimony, the people that we say, they made it happen. And what is your legacy really going to be? That's really the main question. Well, actually, I have one other slide. Let me click that. Mom, is we're gonna split this into the after party soon here. So, Mom,
Yeah, for sure.
how'd you? Everything going good? Is it?
I love that. That is really a great Zoom tonight. Wow, you're on fire. And I want people to understand something like what's about to happen with my whole community is it's just going to be boom, it's just like exploding. And it only takes literally one person to change your life, honestly. When I started 13 years ago, I thought, geez, this stuff is really easy and it should just be like everybody, if they see it, they're gonna just join it, right? It's actually not true. It's kind of the 1/3 rule. 1/3 of people are going to like you, 1/3 of people are not going to like you, and 1/3 of people don't care. So I tell people that, you can use this system for onesies and twosies, or you can mass market like I do. And I mean, for example, I mean, I'm always driving traffic and I can drive traffic to two opportunities now. Like I sat down last night after I did my little team Zoom and I sat down and I ordered traffic. I have a magazine ad going out, for this group, and then I have an actual traffic campaign going for this. So you can do that with Get Fearless Freedom. And so I just wanted people to understand that that's what I do with it. The laptops in the Windows-based laptops, why we shifted into that is because it's for our health and wellness opportunity. And so when we integrated that, it's now all of a sudden, boom, another huge explosion. So I want people to understand if you have a tool, if you have a tool in your hands, you can have a phone, to work from, or you can have a laptop. I personally have a laptop. This thing that I'm on right here is a money-making machine. And when I'm online, the kids know, my granddaughter is going to know. If I'm online, I'm actually closing sales or making money. That's all you got to do. I mean, what else is there to do? I was just having a really fun talk with a good friend of mine and just before the Zoom, and she says, you give everybody the tools, you give everybody the knowledge. I'm very, very open about where I get my leads, right in the back office. I'm very, very open. And now I'm going to show everybody literally where you can plug into traffic. So we just did a huge, huge 1,500 clicks. Now, when I talk clicks and when I talk traffic, if you're not familiar with it, it just means an eyeball to your website. Does that make sense? So if you have your laptop now, which a lot of people do, a lot, like we've sent out dozens and dozens and dozens of laptops. And Chris, you know what, Christina, you, I'm telling you, if we get close to you, which we're gonna be next month, we should just drive right up across the border. Rob doesn't have his passport, I do, but we could just like come right up to you, or you could come to us and we'll just give you the laptop. But we tease, but it's like, the thing about it is we wanted people to have everything. We wanted you to be equipped. So in other words, all you got to do is plug in, open up your back office and start literally generating leads. Okay. So there's a couple ways to do it, right? Free and paid. We all know about free. I mean, how many people love free? Free traffic. Everybody loves free traffic, right? So free is social media. Free is you can send a friend or a text or whatever your website, your domain name, like to get on here tonight was the same domain name I've been using forever for the Zoom. But if you have a website, which is like jointeamtammy.com, I'm just like naming things. I collect domains. I've had them forever. But all you got to do is literally launch your site now, launch your system. And of course, your warm market, if you're in a network marketing company, which obviously I am, and it's a passion of mine now, especially because it's helped my husband so much and myself. But I just wanted to show people this is literally what I do. This is all I do on a Sunday because I like to spend time with people and I like to get to know them, relationships and things like that. I'm going to show you my back office. So I sent out emails today for everybody. So this is my email back office. This is my portal. You don't have to worry about this. I've never even seen it. And by the way, I'm not techie. I even asked Rob, hey, Rob, can you help me set something up? And he will. If you can click a couple buttons, and this is the funny part, people come to me and they come to a lot of people in my community and they say, I want to make a lot of money. I'm like, okay, but I'm not techie. Okay, but can you learn? Would you rather like sit here and learn how to push some buttons and make money, or would you rather just go to Uber and maybe do some Uber Eats or something like that? I don't even know what side gigs are out there. I'm just being silly tonight. But I think all you got to do is log into this back office and all you got to do is launch a campaign. I'm going to show you my campaigns. So I have campaigns back here, right? I have a 10K in 30 days challenge going right now. So I have, of course, page views. I have my 10K challenge page that I launched I think it was what was it? A couple Mondays ago. But I have it go into this page. So I personally share my results with my audience. You know what I mean? And yes, when I launched that 7-minute video, I didn't know whether it was gonna work or not. I really didn't. I launched the 7-minute video and I was like, oh man, I hope people get this humor. I hope they get the fact that I'm standing in front of a Lamborghini. Why would I ever want a Lamborghini? I just want my truck. I just want my big power truck to go up in the mountains. You know, I'm not a Lamborghini person. So anyway, it took off. And my results with the system has just been absolutely incredible, you know? So I just want people to know that I send traffic. I give you my 7-figure blueprint. It can work for any opportunity. It can work for my health and wellness business that I'm building right now. It took one person. I want everybody to understand this, how powerful these systems are. It took one person on my list. She followed me for a couple of years, and now she's bringing in a team of 3 7-figure earners. It's going to be boom, explosive, right? Now she's bringing in more and more people because she likes how I do things. She's followed me for a couple years, only a couple years she's followed me. I've had people follow me for 13 plus years, okay, with simple systems. But now she's bringing in a team of thousands of people. So see where it doesn't always have to take you to do like massive advertising with my system? If you have one person that you reach out to, one person that knows someone, that knows someone, that knows someone, use the rule of 6. Did you know you can probably get to the president of the United States? Well, maybe you don't want to get to know the president, but it would only take 6 people, right? You ever hear that word, that rule of 6? So you can reach out to one person that might know someone else, that might know someone else that can change your life. So don't be shy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we're the fearless crew here, okay? I've gotten people over video marketing because you know what? I never used to like video marketing, especially when I was 100 pounds overweight. I transformed my life in 2015 and I said, you know what? I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get on the pavement because I want to coach people. I want to do this. I want to coach people. I want people to understand that they can do it too. And I did. I got out on the track and I could hardly even get around that first track. Since then, I've had to have a full knee replacement because I've walked so much. I've walked over 3,000 in some days. You know, some people know my transformation. But I'm just telling you that I did a video one time that went viral. I did it from a BlackBerry and I didn't even have my video on. I just literally recorded it from my BlackBerry, put it up to YouTube. Now I have a big YouTube channel, you know? So, I mean, start where you are, do what you can, and then go from there. And it's just literally, it's amazing to be able to make these connections with people. So that was the number one thing is like when I got into my first system, I said, well, all right, will it follow up with for me? And they're like, one guy it was a system that was really clunky. And he's like, I don't know what you mean. And I'm like, well, does it have, I heard about an autoresponder. This is how naive I was 13 years ago. I'm like, does it have an autoresponder? He's like, what's that? So, you know, so sometimes I've actually had to train some of my sponsors, honestly. Because, you know, like I said, I like automation. So I set up my funnels. Okay. I'm going to share my screen again. I know they're very clean white background, but that's what my vendors require. Okay. So in my back office where it has the done for you co-op right here in the back office where you can order clicks, they call them clicks. I've sent out 1,500 clicks. Now, clicks do not mean leads. I just want to state that tonight. Clicks is a person going to your site. Now, I provide the system, I provide the shell, I provide the traffic. You obviously got to, you know, push the buttons, right? So you have to do some work. I don't want people thinking that this is like where they get in and they do nothing. No, actually, the ones that share it on YouTube and on Facebook and things like that make money. I've taught many people how to rank their videos onto YouTube. Ranking videos is the number one secret a lot of top sponsors don't tell you about, by the way. And I have that in my 1,000 level of Get Fearless Freedom. So how is Rob and I getting on the leaderboards, right? Throughout these years, and especially this year. Okay, I decided, and it takes me a lot to actually join a network marketing, but I love residual income, and I know that my members love residual income. So this is my main site that I'm sending people to. And then I'm sending them over to a bridge page that helps them understand a little bit more. And then from there, they're getting an email. Okay. So does everybody understand there's always three steps to any process? I usually teach and train with a diagram. I have like a little whiteboard sometimes, but it's literally where people, when you order traffic, you will give me your campaign, okay? You log back here, following me so far? And let's say you want to do a August, oh, I don't know. Today's the 18th. We have 13 more days before we hit the road. We're going to be on a month-long journey. So I'm submitting orders for traffic now ahead of time. If you want a laptop, make sure you get with Rob. But I'm going to literally have my own business on automation. So I've ordered my traffic. You might see something up here. Let me close that out. I don't want a lot of people to see that actually, because that's something that I want only my members to know about. Some of my traffic resources, I'm very, 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 they're near and dear to my heart. Okay. So if you are a member and you want like more targeted network marketing leads, get with me after this and I'll share that. But I just want people to know that my members are, they're near and dear to me. So I'm only going to share some of my traffic resources to with my members. So remember, this is an overview tonight, free overview. A lot of people are on here and they're not a member yet. So, but I am showing you where you can get the traffic. If you're not a member, you'd want to obviously create your account. And this can drive traffic to any capture page. So whether you're wanting to, get involved and just Get Fearless Freedom, wonderful. Then order traffic for Get Fearless Freedom. If you want to get involved in the health and wellness program that we're involved in, Vital Health, I'll just say it because it's my Zoom. I'm doing it tonight. And I'm just saying, if you want to get involved in that, you might want to take action. It's really going to be a cutting edge company. I've posted it almost all over my Facebook. I have a lot of my team members on here that are in it already. One of the biggest things is because I feel like we are in a health crunch in the United States. I've coached a lot of people, and even on here tonight, who's awake? Like, how many people on here of course you are, because you're taking the products, Christina. So she's over here, she's like bouncing all over the walls and things like that. LaDonna, she's taking them. Amelia, a lot of people on my team are now feeling good. And it's a lot easier to coach and train people when they're actually feeling good and they have energy, isn't it? Like, have you ever tried to push a wet noodle up a hill? I know it's funny, but have you ever? Have you ever tried to push a wet noodle up a hill? It's like this. Come on, guys. Let's get going, right? We're gonna make millions. So it's a little difficult when people are like this, sitting there like, So anyway, I just wanted to say that's the reason why I implemented it and got it going so that when we have our masterminds, which we have several, I'll show you where they're at so that if you want the replays, and I love it too, because like LaDonna, she said to me, I literally have been watching the videos like all day. That's cool. That's cool to me. That's music to my ear, because that means that people are listening to my training. Once they listen to my training, then all weekend? Wow. And then they log in and then they implement it and then they start generating leads. Leads equals sales. Okay. And if you get them to me, then I close them. Okay. Even with my other business, I help you guys close sales. Okay. With my health and wellness. So here we go. Again, when you are ordering clicks, the eyeballs will go to these pages, nowhere else. Your Facebook, you don't own. Remember, you don't own Facebook. So you are driving traffic to these pages. Once you start getting opt-ins, you will see them coming in. Rob will have you all set up. Once you start seeing opt-ins, those get onto your list. And then I go in here and I go to my little portal where it says done for you emails, and I click a button and I start sending them out. See? So I sent out like, I don't know, trying to think how many emails last week, probably 4 or 5. So every single area in the back office. Now I just have to preface by saying, with the health and wellness business, sorry, I don't have a system yet. I'm working on it. Possibly that I will do the emails, but that's going to be another month or two. But right now you would be able to hook up your autoresponder and have the first email going out. Okay. But my programmer, he's really, really good. And right now it's just done for you emails for Get Fearless Freedom. Does that make sense to everybody tonight? So as you're building your list, which when you have knowledge and you can, let's just say all of a sudden you lost your list. As long as you have the knowledge, I learned this from a real estate investor one time when I used to go to events all the time. Bob and I used to flip properties. We flipped over 50 properties in our life. And then we used to teach loan officers. We had 22 employees before 9/11, before the towers came down in New York. But boy, that seems like a whole lifetime ago. But I'm just saying, once you have that knowledge, once you have this knowledge, like once your brain now tonight has expanded, it can never retract to its original state. You've already learned it. So no one can take that away from you. No one can take that knowledge away from you. You can have a Facebook account closed down. You can have a list gone away, but because you have that knowledge, you can get it back, can't you? And I remembered that, and I learned that when we lost the 15 homes to foreclosure. That was very painful. And my own personal home when they were little, 7 and 11, we lost our own personal home to foreclosure because of the bank collapse and the meltdown. And it will happen again. So are you prepared? Life is a cycle, we go through cycles. So are you prepared for if something happens? Are you prepared to do something for your family if something happens? So that's the reason why Rob and I created this community, is because I've gone through those peaks and valleys and things like that. And I just want you guys to know that that's the huge reason why we are here with the Fearless crew and the Fearless movement. So that's what I wanted to say tonight. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream off of Facebook. And then I'll go ahead and end the recording, and then I'll answer any questions.